Hey friends, in this video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I got started crafting, how I took that crafting as a hobby and turned it into a profitable business, and how you can do that now. And also taking that hobby to a business and then turning it into philanthropy where you can give back to the community. So stay tuned for what I used to do and what I'm currently doing and the donations that I'm making to some organizations. Hey friends, so in today's video, I want to talk a little bit about my craft journey. When I was very young, I started writing and painting and drawing. I really liked that. I didn't realize that it was a outlet for my stress. I had challenges when I was young, too many things to name, but those things helped me step away from the pain or issues that I ever experienced as a young person. And then as I got older, they also helped me a lot. They became my defense mechanism. They helped my stress. I started writing more, writing poetry, painting more, drawing more. And again, I didn't realize that they were like stress relievers. And then today, I know they are stress relievers. So when I was 14 years old, my aunt Yvonne, my Uncle Steve's wife, taught me how to crochet. They lived with us in the small 2 bedrooms above in our house when they first got married, and we would spend a lot of time together. And one day Yvonne just taught me how to crochet. After they moved out, I never picked up a crochet needle again until 26 years later. That's amazing, isn't it? I picked up the crochet and taught myself how to read patterns and make things. And it worked out because I was home with 5 children and I was struggling. I didn't have a lot of money. So yarn didn't cost a lot. I would go to Walmart or I would go to thrift stores and look in the used bin and get yarn, go online. And this was years ago. So to find like patterns and things was amazing. I would go to the library and bring home all the books and reteach myself the things that I learned within that 6-month period when I was 14. And so I developed a talent and a love for crochet. You take a piece of string with a needle and you make something. And so I started making my children's hats, their gloves, their scarves, and things for school. And I remember when my daughter, who is now, she'll be 18 next month, she was 3 years old, and I sent her off to her 3-day-a-week preschool. And then the moms, I would go pick her up, and the moms would be like, "Oh my gosh, this is so cute." And I'm like, "Oh, I made it." "You made it?" And they were like, "Can you make this for my daughter? Can you make this for my son?" And then a little business was born. And then not only did I start making things for their children, but also for the parents. And again, it's just been such an awesome experience. And then from there, I kept crocheting. Every year, my talent would grow. And then I was introduced to this platform called Etsy. So I started selling on Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, and then face-to-face like I already was doing. And I fell in love with Etsy, and my small business was born from there. And for 8 years, I sold successfully on Etsy. The year of the Women's March, I made $25,000. I talk about that all the time, that if there's a cause, you never know what is needed at the time. I actually had to hire 2 people, my daughter who I had taught how to crochet, and then I put an ad in Craigslist and I found someone to at least just make the structure of the hat, and I would put it together. And I was just making hats and making good money and saving and doing some fun things that year. So it was just a wonderful thing. And in 2019, I closed down my crochet business just because I had carpal tunnel and I'd had it for years. And then my arthritis started kind of kicking in. So I decided to kind of give it a rest. Now I still do it to make my children things, to make Thomas hats, to make myself a set every single year. I make myself 2 or 3 hats and matching scarves. And I love to make mittens or fingerless gloves. And that's just been a talent of mine ever since. And so like, here's just a couple things. Here's a top that I made. I still have a couple, I actually have bags full of stuff that I want to get rid of, and Thomas says no. So I'm going to be doing like giveaways and selling some stuff over the winter time. But here's a little, just a top, just to show you. Here's a hat. And this particular hat actually is a ponytail hat. Look at that, with a hole in it. Just a cute little hat. I've done bags. Here's a bag that I've made with the little side. It goes on the side like that for like a little girl, and adult can wear it too. It's lined fabric inside, but this to show you just some of the things that I've worked on. These are a couple years old. They happen to be in my closet. And then I also take crochet and I turn it into art. So here's a picture that I painted. This is actually crochet. This is the painted area here, and this is crochet. And yeah, I just went from there, just took a canvas and hot glued it onto a frame, and voila. And then before it was a frame, it actually was, you can hang jewelry on here. But I sold as many. I used to sell these jewelry hangers too. So crochet was my love. And so I gave it up in 2019. And then to continue doing something, I started reselling. So for most of the people who know me, I'm a reseller's passion on Instagram and on Poshmark and on my website. And so I'm a reseller. But recently I've started to fill that pool again to be creative. And when the pull happens, I have to go towards it. So I started researching things that I could do that, one, wouldn't take up a lot of time, wouldn't take a lot of money, and wouldn't take up a lot of space, and that I could sell on multiple platforms, not just Etsy. But if I decided, I could sell on Poshmark. I have 2 websites, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. So I've been painting jeans, I've been painting shoes, I've been doing tie-dye, and I'm only going to show you a couple things, okay, just in a few minutes. But what I want to tell you, that if you have some type of talent, if you paint, if you sew, if you do poetry, poetry is an art, it's a creative outlet. If you write, there are platforms out there, medium.com, you can write a blog and get paid for it. As readers read, you can get paid for that. So there are tons of platforms like that if you have a creative outlet, you can get paid. You don't have to kind of sit around the house doing it and letting things pile up. Turn that creative outlet of yours into magic, into money. Okay, that is really important, especially now with the country and the world going through so many challenges. If you're stressed and you feel anxiety, this is the perfect time to do something different than the norm. If your everyday life is kind of pulling you in, then find something else to pull you in a different direction, and that would be your creative outlet. So if you sing, if you play an instrument, take the time now. You play an instrument, if you can you teach notes? Create videos, go on Teachable, create courses. If it's something that you can do and get paid for it, I'm telling you, do it. It'll be the best thing that ever happened to you. Okay. So I've been doing bleach tie-dye. I started doing bleach a couple years ago. I'm not going to say I never. When my children were young and they were in preschool, we would do tie-dye shirts and things like that. They went to a hands-on cooperative preschool. So for 4 of my children, I was very involved, and I was like a class mom. So we did a lot of tie-dye and things. I didn't do tie-dye on my own, but now I'm jumping into it. So the first step I took was with these great bleach shirts. And so you can see from my shirt that this is the one that fits me. This is going to be for sale. Okay, so I started a website. It's amireallybald.com. That is my website that kind of focuses on my change, my hair loss, and some of the things that I'm going to be talking about and standing for. So the items that I'm making, all the handmade shirts that I'm making, I'm adding some shoes and some different things, not all my handmade stuff, but the money is going to be going toward the NAACP and Feeding America. I'm sorry, I can't talk today. And I have always given back. On my Etsy shop, I donate money to Autism Delaware and Hydrocephalus Association on behalf of my 2 girls who have those 2 different challenges. And so I've always given back. That's never been an issue. We've given to the food bank, not only money, but time. I've always volunteered in my church. I was a church nursery director, which was a free position. So I'm about giving back, okay? And so at this time in our lives, it's nothing different. I want to find some ways that I can give back and also not be ashamed to make a little bit of money. So for all the tie-dye shirts that I'm making, the painted sneakers, and some of the tie-dye and painted shorts, 10% of the proceeds will be going to the NAACP and Feeding America. If you go to my link, I'll put the links in the comments, and you can go. Every shirt or whatever you buy, 10% of the money that you pay me will go. All the shirts are $25, free with shipping. So I'm going to show you what I have. This shirt will be available. It'll be clean. It's clean. This is a large. This bleach tie-dye, I have a few of them. I'm going to show you a bunch of them. Okay, so this is one of the styles. Okay, this is a large too. Okay, that's one. It's a ton of shirts, but I just want to kind of give you an idea of some of the designs that are available. $25, free shipping. You can't beat that. On my website or Etsy, not on Poshmark or Mercari, because they take a fee. So I have several mediums and larges. I will be adding small and extra large to my orders. So by Sunday, all of these things will be on my... So you guys are going to be like, when is Sunday? So it depends on when you watch it, right? If you watch it next week, then it'll definitely be on there. If you watch it in July, it'll definitely be on there, unless they sell out, and that's what I want them to do. So this heart one is the one that started it. So it's bleached and then dyed with red. There you go. This is my favorite of the shirts. I originally started off by offering these. If you buy these, you can get a custom one, small, medium, large, or extra large. You just go to amIreallybald.com, or if you can't remember that, just go to the Reseller's Passion. Everything is in the link in my bio. Just a couple more of these bleach ones. Okay. So again, there's medium and large. This is a large. This is one of my fun. It looks like fireworks. Super cool. Okay, so those are all the bleach ones. I have more coming. Oh, actually, I have a couple more. I made so many that I can't keep track. So look at this one. And these there won't be any custom ones like this because they come out how they come out. The ones with the hearts, I can custom make them, but just in your size. The heart is going to be the same. So this one kind of looks like what I have on already. It's the opposite side though. And here are some actual tie-dye ones. So look at that for the person who likes purple, and the other color is granite, which is like a dark gray. And then here's one. I did my colors. So it looks like pink, but that's because the red took over. It was more red dye than anything else. Here's another one. All the tie-dye ones are medium. I just got some large shirts in, so I'll be doing that. I have some pride shirts that I'm making as well. Nice. This is a bullseye. This one I like a lot. This green. I like the single colors the most because it's like there's nothing else taking over from them. Here's this one. So if you like, it looks peachy, but it's orange. Okay, somebody's alarm's going on outside. And as you know me, I'm not editing. Sorry about that. Here's the bullseye. Look how cute that is. So that's pink and that same granite as the other color. Okay, and we have purple, green. And this one, I had like a little bit of red left, so I just squeezed it in there. And look what the pattern made there. Okay. Okay, this shirt, I painted it because a little black, some splotches got on because I wasn't paying attention and I mixed it kind of with something. So I just decided to paint it, put some flowers on there, and it kind of covers up a little bit of, because it was like black splash around. So that's the other thing about art. You can be creative. It could be whatever you desire. And that's why for me, when it comes to tie-dye, I rather just make the shirt and put them for sale instead of me making custom designs that way. Okay, this is another one of my favorite. I love pink and purple. They're my absolute favorite color. So to wear something else, it takes me a lot to kind of get used to. Black, I do that just to hide the fat. But other than that, pink and purple are my favorite colors. Okay, I like this one too because I like that whole design. And then this is the last shirt. I have more that are soaking, but this is for video purposes. Okay. So all of these will be available. A lot of them are already available on my Etsy shop. My Etsy shop, I'll leave the link down the bottom as well. My Etsy shop is called Found Like This, and I also have vintage and digital products on my Etsy store. And the last two things I want to show you I have these painted sneakers. Like, how adorable are those? They're brand new, painted with acrylic paint and sealed, so you can throw these into the washing machine. And then these are brand new. I played around with some tie-dye sneakers. Like, look at that. So I'm making 3 more pair later, and then I'm also doing some fun stuff with some black sneakers, making them into like a some bleach type things. So those are all the things I wanted to show you. And the last thing, again, is what I want to show you is just take your passion and you know, create something, give away what you're doing. But yeah, I want to thank you. But this shirt, it's a large. If you like it, it's for sale. I usually don't make anything specifically for me when I'm in the creating mood. So hopefully I've given you some ideas of what you can do. Hey friends, I hope you liked this video. I hope my story has encouraged you a little bit to step out of your comfort zone and to do some things you never thought of doing. If you're creative, take that creative energy and do something with it. Start a business in addition to what you're doing, or donate all the profits to an organization to help someone. But in this time that we're going through, being creative can help you step away from the stress, take your mind away from the anxiety, and just work your hands and your body and your mind in a positive way. So if you've liked this video, please hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and set the reminder so that you can be alerted for future videos. And then also stay tuned for some additional videos that I already have. Take care, friends.